Hello friends, this is Sai Fanindra from SQL School. Over 15 years of technical expertise exclusively on database and Azure platforms. I assure you complete practical training approach on this beautiful, colorful course Azure Data Engineering. End-to-end implementations right from the very basics of Azure data science and Azure data environment to analytics required for your DP200 and DP201 Microsoft examinations. It is both a job oriented as well as certification oriented course. Yes, the sessions would be completely real time, practical, no second thought, completely into real time and practical right from the very next class. And we have a good amount of possible errors and troubleshooting techniques for our job work. And we have session wise mock interviews, weekly revision classes, and carefully planned certification guidance. With this information, let's get into the details slowly step by step on what is this Azure Data Engineer, what actually it contains. On my screen, the red box, the Azure Data Engineer, it is a set of components. The actual Azure Data Engineer program as outlined by the Microsoft in the certification patterns. Either you go for DP200 on my screen, includes a set of technologies for certification program for Azure DP200, or even the 201 as well. So these technologies, like we have here, it is a complete list: Cosmos, SQL database, Synapse, also called data warehouse, and data lake, data factory, stream analytics, Databricks, and blob storage. These technologies are carefully put together in a more meaningful and implementation methodology in our Azure Data Engineering course. So our course includes total of 4 important components. Data factory and Databricks are more into ETL, data extraction, transformation, and loading activities. On the other side of the coin, the Azure Synapse, data warehousing, and Cosmos, a document database, mainly into storage and analytics. And these 4 components will make use of 2 common entities: Azure SQL database and Azure Data Lake. Well, with this information, now let's understand what exactly we do in our course. Yes, before we go into the details on our course curriculum, let's understand carefully, step by step, like what actually we do at our job desk. Well, so let's get started now, slowly, step by step on my screen. Here we go. What is a database? It's a platform to store any type of data, any amount of data, either tabular format or file format or application format. In fact, these are the things we are going to learn and practice in our Azure Data Engineering course. And where do you store this data? In olden days, we used to store the databases in on-premise, non-cloud, like SQL Server, Oracle, IBM DB2, and Sybase, MySQL, so on. And now we are with Azure. Advantage of Azure cloud environment compared to other remote storage, other cloud environments. Cloud means here a remote storage environment, a remote access point for your enterprise data, enterprise databases, and any type of data analytics and reporting. The advantages of Azure: yes, a common platform, a single platform to store any type of data, no exceptions. Yes, in our next class, we shall understand how to register and get a free account for Azure and slowly start our practice, wherein we shall see how to host databases, servers and link them to the databases, and how to configure serverless components inside Azure. Azure is a vast ocean, very vast ocean. And inside this Azure, yes, we can host different type of applications. We have artificial intelligence and machine learning components, and blockchain, virtual machines, and like Linux, Windows, and containers, databases, developer tools, etc. Our course is into analytics. The Azure Data Engineer components listed in the DP200 and 201 certifications are completely inside the analytics option. It may be Databricks or Synapse, Data Lake, Data Factory, or it can be Hadoop Insight, Data Explorer, etc. In fact, all these components part of our lengthy course. Back. So the advantage of Azure: comparatively cheaper and easy to use. For example, one of the major components we are going to understand in our course, Synapse, Azure Synapse. Such a easy and simple process for Azure Synapse. All we do is get one SQL server, and inside SQL server we need to simply click with your mouse and you get your database created. It's small, simple, straightforward activity. It's very user friendly Azure environment compared to either AWS or Google Cloud or any other cloud provider including Salesforce. Next, apart from ease of use, cheaper, comparatively cheaper, and transparent pricing. And what we do as an Azure data engineer, or what actually the certification aims at to test our skill set: data storage. How do you secure, monitor, tune, audit, and report activities? It's more into admin kind of role. Additionally, we have data modeling, which is more into data extraction, transformation, and loading activities. Yes, business intelligence. It's more into Azure Business Intelligence, Azure BI. And we have data ingestion. It's all about, we said, data orchestration, playing with your data, getting your data accessible across multiple platforms, or extracting the data from multiple environments. It is actually beyond ETL. Data ingestions with dynamic features for big data analytics and forecasts. And our course ends with a reporting environment. So it's all about end-to-end implementations, back-end to front-end. So 4 major components in our course: Synapse Analytics, which is more into data warehouse design. Cosmos, it's a document database for big data storage and analytics reporting. Data Factory, which is more into ETL, extraction, transformation, and loading of data across different types of platforms. And Databricks, which is similar to Data Factory, but it's more easier, simplified, and it's more into data science components, Spark and Python with integration to SQL and other components we are going to learn in our course slowly, step by step. Yes, here it is. Supporting components. The common platforms for all these major components, we need to work with Azure SQL database, blob storage, data lake storage, and stream analytics. 4 different supportive components to get ourselves understand these major components. Yes, you may register for the complete Azure Data Engineer course or any of these 4 individual components. Each of these components require all the supporting components. Again, right side. Data analytics. Synapse analytics involves all 4. Cosmos involves all 4. Factory involves all 4, and Databricks involves all 4 components here. Duration of our Azure Data Engineer course is for 8 weeks, and either you go for regular or weekends, any of them, regular or weekends. If it is regular, every day 1 hour and weekly 5 days. If it is weekends, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday 2.5 hours, Sunday 2.5 hours, total 5 hours. Either regular or weekend, it is for total of 8 weekends. Or in case if time does not really permit you to opt for one of the available schedules from our website, in such a case you can opt for 24/7 on-demand video classes. It's up to you. These on-demand video classes are the live training recorded classes with all possible frequently asked questions, answers, and the same material you see in our actual live practical classes. Where to start with? Yes, prior knowledge of any database is fine, preferably SQL Server. Make sure you revise select statement, constraints, joins, basics, and stored procedures and parameters. It should be fine. Because in our actual course, we need to understand about dynamic data loads that requires procedures, usage, and parameters. Basic level knowledge of procedures should be fine. And during our course, we are going to install total of 9 different components. So make sure you have 8 gig RAM, 10 gig disk space in your computer, and it should be Windows 8 or higher operating system. If you are using any other operating system, then make sure we have a virtual machine. We shall be helping you how to configure the virtual machine within Azure environment. Or you may also install a VMware, and make sure you have a Windows 8 or higher operating system with you. Windows 7 is also okay, but good to have Windows 8 or higher, safe side. Yes, for example, the main reason, for example, we have something called as Azure Data Studio. We need to install tools like this, Data Studio and Storage Explorer this way. These tools work nicely on Windows operating system. Of course, they are supported in other operating systems like Linux and Mac, but Windows is always a preferred approach. For example, the Azure Data storage, or the Azure Storage Explorer. This particular tool to be installed in your computer, and it will be giving us the required information about options for the usage of Cosmos, data lake storage, and other components one by one. With this information, back to my screen. So we understood now data engineer course involves, the data engineer job role involves 4 important components paired with other common activities. And here Synapse, it's more into data warehousing as I was mentioning earlier, and you see the chapter wise course curriculum. You would be able to download this content from the link available at the bottom of this video, the complete course curriculum, the content, we should be able to download it. And Synapse more into data warehousing concepts. So to understand these data warehousing concepts, good to have knowledge on any database environment, preferably SQL Server, TSQL basics should be fine. Then we have Cosmos, which is more into document databases. We have NoSQL and SQL database access and database environment. We need to understand the basics of Spark, a data science component, and Python to understand something called PySpark, Python plus Spark. So basics would be taken. If you are really looking for something into core, Python or PowerShell, we have separate courses for it all together, 1 month course each, 1 month for Python, 1 month for PowerShell. Here we'll be taking required ingredients for data engineering activities for our examples on Spark, Python, and PowerShell. And we have Databricks, which is more into again the components pertaining to ETL activities and their integration with the other two, Cosmos and Synapse. The integration, backward compatibilities, integrations, and we have ADF, the Azure Data Factory, which is also again each of these components is also into ETL, ADF, and each of these components, Synapse, Cosmos, Databricks, and ADF, each of them is planned for 10 hours practical course each. So total amounting to 40 hours of exercises and 40 hours of practice in the class. So 1 hour practice, and it will take another 1 hour for you to do the exercise. I mean, we'll do the practice in the class itself, additional practice for task items. We have to invest another 1 hour every day. So it would be 40 hours practical course from my side, and you have to invest another 40 hours from your side additionally for the task items, and to get more examples, more exposure on this technology. 40 hours from my side, 40 hours from your side, 4 into 10. That's how it is carefully planned. And DP200 and 201 certification guidance and material is a part of our course. And here finally the course registration. Yes, hope you have some knowledge on, some basic knowledge on SQL. That should be fine enough. If you have prior knowledge on SQL Server, TSQL basics, that's really good. And we'll go for data engineer. Who can take this course? Anyone, no exceptions. Anyone with some touch on database technology can go into data engineer. If in case you are very new, then here we go. If you're in case you are very new, then go for SQL basics first, then go for data engineer next. Yes, you go to our website, sqlschool.com, And in that stlschool.com website, you see the Azure Data Engineer course on the home page. And there you see different plans like plan A, B, C, D. So if you are already aware of SQL concepts, go for Azure Data Engineer. If not, we are very new, go for SQLs or TSQL basics with Azure Data Engineer. Well, and if in case you are looking for more, then you can go beyond that with MSBI or Power BI, other happening technologies within the Microsoft environment for your resume. With this information, I'll stop for now. We'll start slowly with our practice right from our next class. And my kind request, sessions would be completely into practicals only. The required theory material and the explanation will be given along with the practice. No worries. From my side, I have to do my job carefully, and from your side as well, I require your cooperation, friends. We need to practice a lot, really a lot. My support for your learning during and after the course, always. And we shall look forward for your course registration. And thank you very much. Have a nice time. Thank you once again, friends. You can contact our team anytime for your clarifications on the course and registration. Glad to assist you further. Thank you, friends. Have a nice time. Very nice time. Thank you once again.